ready down there on your end? Today is June 6th. It's 5 o'clock, we'll call the budget meeting to order. And we will have roll call, Lee Richards.
Yes.
Shane Walker is absent. Geraldine Walker, absent. Randall Boswell.
Yep.
And Greg Nevins.
Here.
All right, we do have a quorum, and we're ready to rock and roll. I need a motion to approve the minutes on the last meeting held June 3rd.
Yes.
Randall makes a motion,
Second.
Lee second. Any discussion? Nothing being had, all four say aye.
Yeah.
All right, any opposed, likewise, none, all approved. All right. We are going to skip number 4 and just go straight into, the, opening of the bids. I don't see any other bids, all bids are on the table. We'll do one at a time, or you wanna open them all up, one of them each, open one. Let's do it one at a time, so we don't.
Keep up with these.
What you're looking for is on page 24.
On page 24.
Page 24.
Got a little sticker on it.
All right, this is bid yours, you wanna go over it, explain anything?
Who's the bidder?
Mid-state.
Mid-State, I'm sorry,
It's on the cover of the home.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Overton County Engineer,
I'm sorry.
Hazel
I thought you said somebody else there for a minute.
Hazel Engineering LLC.
Hazel,
Now look on the little envelope.
It was on the envelope there. Envelope here.
Mid-State.
Oh, Mid-state, okay.
Very good.
Mid-state.
All right,
Nick Davis. You're Nick, right?
now,
No,
Fine.
it's called,
what you got on the
What's
page
that?
24 there?
Let's see, we got, this is season with mulch, $56, unit price, $988 total for that. Erosion control blankets, $1.60 square yard.
It's that.
At 1,400 square yards at $2,240, and total amount of the bid is $2,255,841.60.
Mid-State.
It's got, yeah, it's got it all, got its back page, it's got all broken out here. Guardrails, decking. That's a window bridge, isn't it?
it all has to be itemized, that's one process.
What time is it?
It is, 509. Day 6/6, D-Day.
Upside down,
Stick that envelope. See that?
He's already opened it, he took his pocket now faster than I think.
Yeah.
it's on the envelope there.
Looks like, cement, CEMENT Construction, Jackson, Tennessee. Anybody hear from them?
Name of the company?
What's the name of the company?
DEMEMT.
Dement. Dement. He's flag like course work, right? You got the
Page 24, I think is what he said.
It's 24.
Page 24.
Yes.
Right there, page 24.
That's it. It's got it typed on there.
Okay, total bid is $1,986,912.65.
Okay. Lee, this is Adam, if you wanna open up Adam. Oh, here's this, you need this, let Adam. Okay.
He's an old country boy, he passed me on.
Mr. Jones.
Who we got with Adams Contracting? Their total bid is $2,497,986.
Could you read that again, please?
$2,497,986.
No change.
What company is that one? Adams Construction.
Come up one more.
Who's that at? Adams Contracting, LLC, Lexington, Kentucky.
Next, Jones Brothers there, that one there. That's when we received it in the office. Have they seen it down there at the end?
Send that back to James, but him probably will look at it.
That'll be the,
Jones Brothers Contracting, LLC. Jones Brothers. Page 24 also.
yeah. They all have the same one that they left.
Total bid on that for, Jones Brothers is $1,901,555,060. $555.60.
Can you reread that?
$1,901,555.60. That's Jones Brothers? Yeah, Jones Brothers, construction out of Mount Juliet.
Do you wanna take a look, being the engineer, and see what we got going on at all of them?
Yes, sir.
Come on, and join us up here.
See what we got.
We'd like to request that, once we're done, take them with us and let us score them, and then come back with recommendations.
We need to review them.
Yeah, Kyle will have to take it back with him and score them for the
Okay,
back survey.
so the engineer's gonna
Score them, yeah.
score the bids for
I'll
us.
just go through them with a fine tooth comb, check for any errors and do a whole bid tabulation and send that out to all the bidders and back to the counties, and I'll return the bids back Monday
Okay,
to James's office.
Do that one.
Or I can bring them to your office, whichever one they need to go to.
We need to get copies of it too.
I'll scan everything in.
on bids have been
These
over.
guys really want to know this last number because we got two close bids.
Yeah.
Engineer's gonna take, go over all the bids and come back Monday with it, just going and everything for it, so.
So we'll make sure everything's included in it, it was asked for.
That's correct.
And then motion to accept open bids.
Yeah, make a motion.
Brad made a motion for the engineer to check in, the bids, go through them, make sure everything what's needed, and bring them back on Monday. Do I have a second?
Yeah.
Lee, second. Alright. Greg?
Yeah.
Brandon? Lee?
Yeah.
All four on that. Alright. Well, that will include the opening of the bids, we'll let everybody know on Monday. Do we have a? Yeah, we have budget meeting Monday, so we'll conclude on Monday. Yeah, Monday.
$1,901,555.60.
This time, we'll let Chris, go over his 911 budget.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Thanks for submitting a bid.
Thank you.
Cause they've got a break here in a minute to go to a 911 budget meeting to conclude the budgets on their end.
Thank you.
Hello, Miss Judy. Well, them books are hard, turn like that. You can get it to the science fiction novel and they kick you.
But they're gonna be hard to.
You did okay.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Chris, when you're ready.
This is our, we met
Yeah.
last of May, and the board met, passed the budget on the first reading, we're meeting tonight.
I
at 6.
copied that in the text, but I was, what I was hearing, I might have got something off myself.
There's a few changes in it as far as the way that it's tabulated for our accountants. All our money that came together at one time, or in the budget, was in different places. So they changed that where it's all right there. The highlight stuff was things that he didn't make, and I didn't make, but it was pretty cool. The 15,000 is where we started charging $50. So, there was an increase in this,
No,
again,
I didn't either.
14, 14, a little bit on that.
We'll go.
Legal services went up, that's why there's kind of that. And then, on the third page, I guess it is, the grants and reimbursement clause. The reason that's highlighted is he's saying it's all in the top. And, we stick with that budget, we should have had a positive balance of 81,755. That is gonna be, we're raising our base pay from $11 to 12. So that's why there's an increase in salary as well.
I make a motion to approve the budget. You need a copy of it, please.
911 budget. Randall makes a motion. Do I have a second? Greg, second. All four say aye.
Right.
Any opposed, like that? And all three of you guys are on the 911 board.
I'll let you know what copy it is. You regard.
No.
I like that.
All right, any questions for Chris? I know I should have asked that before. Okay, Chris,
Y'all dial in.
See you in a minute.
All right.
We'll dial in here then.
All right.
I'll have him go in my office.
Thank you.
All right, highway,
You gonna do the amendment or the budget?
let's start with amendment.
Alright. This is our, year-end amendment, we've had some overruns, so we try to get, our numbers, so when, our final numbers are there, that we've got enough money in the line items to cover us, through into July. As you can see, 131.61, 187, it's overtime pay, we increased by $2,000. The highway and equipment, 62,000, 187 is also the overtime pay for the men. We've increased expenditures for the coal mix, so we can do some oil and chipping this month. Also, likewise with 62,405 asphalt liquid, which is RS2 that we use to cover our coal mix paving. Plastic pipe, we've got a couple pipe we've got to buy to put in, and we had to increase that by $3,500. 63,100, 187 is our mechanics, our shop maintenance overtime pay. We had to increase it by 5 because we was overrun in that line item. 63,100, 336 is our maintenance and repair equipment. We put 10,000 in there to get us through to the end of the year with some of the old equipment that we've got. They tend to break down on us pretty quickly at times. And then 131, 63, 100, 450 is our tires and tubes for our equipment, for our trucks and our dump trucks. 63, 100, 451 is our uniforms that the men wear. 65,000 to 506 is our liability insurance. We were a little under on that this year. Our workers' comp was 65, 513. That's enough to finish the fourth quarter payment for the worker comp's insurance. We had some legal services with the bridge, so we've got that at 68,331 for our state aid. Our matching share roads is, for us to match what we've been paving is 16,000. And asphalt state aid is 800,000 to finish out what we're doing right now. James is currently at Muddy Ponds and also, going from Putnam County line out to Journey to Cold Lane. So that's all flow through money. We're gonna move that money from 62,105, our supervisor directory, 10,000 into that. Truck drivers, 9,100. We're moving rentals, 10,000. Crushed stone, 20,000. Salt, 2,400. Highway and equipment, 15,000. And explosives and drilling for 40,000, which gives us a total of 106,500. The increase that we're needing, as you see, is 906,500. We added down to our revenue column where we get our flow through money from state aid, and that's where the $800,000 will come from, which gives us a total of 906,500. So it's basically no new money. It's just money that we have within our budget and what we're doing with our state aid program. So I'd ask that you all approve this amendment.
Any questions, guys?
Make a motion.
No questions? Lee making motions, or second? Greg makes a second. All right. Well, Greg?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Randall?
Yes.
Motion passes. Roll call all. All right, if you wanna go ahead and, we'll go over your budget, that's cool.
All right. Give everybody a copy of it right here.
Yeah. Leave some things.
the first section is our revenue, estimations for next year. As you can see, we've, those are based on expenditures, what we got for previous years and any new, revenue sources that come in, so. A current property tax for last year was $368, $347, this year we're asking for $595, $155. Trustee collection, $15,000, $2,000 for the clerk and master returns, interest on anything is $2,000, and payment in lieu of taxes is $22,000, which gives us a total of $636,155. Our mineral severance money, we've estimated it coming in about $90,000 again next year. On an average, that's what we normally get, is about around $90,000 a year, which gives us a total, local tax, is gonna be $726,155. And then a miscellaneous, like sales materials, $1,000, sale of recycled, $1,000, and maybe some miscellaneous other scrap iron and so forth, $5,000, which gives a total of $7,000. And then sale of equipment, we've got a couple pieces we may try to sell later on, $20,000. Which gives a total of $27,000, between those two statutory lines. Next page is is where our state aid program, our paving, we'll have about $500,000 we'll have in state aid from when we start July 1 to continue, with the public as a match is $15,000. Other public fund, which is engineering fees for the bridge, we've got in $150,000, which is a reimbursement from the state for the project that you just approved. I estimated 2.3 million for the bridge, but it looks like it's gonna come a little under, so I'll have to adjust, which gives us a total of 2.965 thousand. Our gas tax and our petroleum tax, it's estimated on our average number of what we collect each month. And that's a projected number of 2.579955. Now, the state may come back before the 1st of July and tell us that might be a little less, but we'll have to wait and see what they say. This is based on actual numbers that we received for the last 12 months. But the petroleum tax is $12,000 that we received. The electric cars, which is new that they started putting on our reimbursements, is going to average about $22,000 a year, which gives us a total 2.614755, which gives us a grand total of $6,332,910 for our revenue side. Now, the next thing, number 3, will be our expenditures. That is the top line is what the county official will be making. That's the supervisor directly underneath. And all those are in line with basically what we did the previous years, or our average of what we spent. So the total for the administration is gonna be $245,693. The next one is our highway fund, $62,000. That's where all of our bridge and road work are done with our men, our equipment, repair, not our equipment repairs, but our asphalt and liquid asphalt and so forth are in there. As you can see, the grand total for that is 1.718460, which is just up a little from 1.6 from last year. Cost everything's going up. We will know more when we open our bids on the 18th about our material costs. Number 63,100 is the operation and maintenance of equipment. That's our shop. As you can see there, it's pretty well similar to what was last year appropriated. The total cost for that is going to be $477,300, and that's due to the cost of fuel cost is high, and then we're got their older vehicles, and the maintenance is pretty high on those older vehicles. Our 63,400 is our quarry operations. We have a supervisor and 2 men out there, pretty well in line from last year, and not really any increases to amount to anything, which is the total cost is going to be $294,303. And then we move into our benefits or other charges. As you can see, liability insurance. It's gonna be around $85,000, trustees commission $40,000, workers' comp around $107,000, which gives us a total of $232,000. For our employee benefits, I got with Connie on those to make sure I had the right estimations. For Social Security, it's gonna be about $125,000, for state retirement $112,000. Life insurance, 5,000. Our medical insurance, I had it estimated kinda high last year because we didn't know how much of an increase we were gonna have on the percentages, so I backed that down a little this year to 375. Unemployment insurance is gonna be 16,000, and then the other insurance policy that we have will come out of that 2,500, which gives us a total of 635,500 for that expenditure for that line item. And then page number 5 is where we have our capital outlay, where we do our bridges and our roads. Of course, the high priority bridge, is in there, our engineering fees and our roads, so, well, I put 150,000 back into engineering fees, I put 5,000 in legal services, just in case we need something. A matching share for the roads is gonna be 10,000, asphalt's gonna be about 500,000. And the bridge construction, I estimated 2.2 million, but it looks like it may come under that, so we'll have to readjust that. Which gives us a total of 2.865. When you add all that up together, it comes up to a total of $6,468,256, which gives a difference of $135,346 that would probably have to dip into the fund balance at the beginning of the year, but we'll be backing down some of these changes that may bring that more in line, so. Does anybody have any questions about the budget? It's pretty straightforward, guys, it's nothing new, other than what's already been discussed.
Where are you getting the increase on the current property tax from?
That's coming from the $3 that you and Mr. Barlow are proposing to give all the county employees. That's where that extra is coming in at.
Okay, I don't think we're the only two. What about where's the tax increase that you're wanting? For the
I'm not
taxpayers
asking,
to
no,
pay?
I'm not asking any tax increase from any taxpayers, Randall, at all. I'm not doing anything that at all. What we're doing is that this, budget committee is proposing to give $3 increase raise for all the employees this year.
Yeah, the salary committee.
You were involved in that as well.
I am, you are too.
And so, and that has been approved, passed
Just put yourself in
to
the
the
same
budget
boat.
committee. So, basically, you know, the highway department is entitled to, you know, the same thing that you're proposing to the rest of the, departments. You know, the thing about the highway department, every time you all need the highway department for something, we're there. We do things for the county executive, we do things for the school, we do things for the library, we do things for everybody that needs us for anything, because we're a team player and we work together, and we never ask for anything from you all. We always are willing to help, so the only thing that what we're trying to do here is just give our guys the same opportunity as the other employees in the county, that's all, nothing any different.
What about, when your guys get raises and none of our others don't?
That's not happened very often, Randall. In years past, you know, you've been around about as long as I have, there's been many years that we didn't get any raises. When James wasn't here, James has tried, since he's been in office, he's tried to bring the pay more equal up so he could hire people that are qualified. And it's hard to find, qualified people when your salaries are so low, so he's been trying to gradually bring those up under his watch.
But my question is, where are you getting that money? It's not, that's,
The same place you're getting the money, Randall, from increasing the taxes, just like for all the other
how
departments.
much are you asking for?
All I'm asking for is the amount that's seen right there, which is a part of it.
Which
To
is,
cover the cost, and it's to cover the cost for all the other departments.
how many pennies though?
That'll be 5 pennies, just like everybody else.
That's what I was asking.
Well, you're,
So,
Yep.
so you asking us to do that so you can pay the 80% of family insurance, right?
no, not at all,
Hmm?
not at all. I don't know what you're
That
talking
wasn't
about.
you-
That doesn't have
wasn't
nothing to do
what
with
you've
it.
been having.
No, that don't have anything to do with it, Randall. Not one thing.
And I mean,
All
we
that
can't,
is
we
is
can't
just-
pay it, we can't
I've got the
do that for our
breakdown.
employees.
Well, that's what you're doing. You're
Not
doing the
me,
same
but
thing to
80%.
all the other county employees, Randall. I'm not gonna argue with
We're
you.
not paying 80% of our
You-
family insurance because we can't.
Alright, let's bring it in.
But I mean, I can't vote on this budget until we pass the budget to see whether the 8 cents or the nickel's gonna pass.
Here's,
It doesn't matter
what, my concern was, and I talked to, Mr. Nard about it. The way that we've always set up is, the school's on its own thing, the highway's on its own thing, and then the county operations is under the county operations. And Mr. Nord, myself, had a little conversation today, and if we, I mean, he'll shoot for the moon if he, you know, we wanna give him 100 pennies, we'll give him 100 pennies, he'll take it. But my concern was, I'm looking at throughout the whole state of what counties give their highway department. I'm looking at, we give 8.5 cents right now. The 8.5 cents does go towards employee benefits. Average pay out there right now, and I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to single people out, I'm not trying to do anything.
Sure you
What
are.
my concern was,
You're exactly doing that. That's exactly what you're doing.
I'm not.
You know, we had, well, before, you know, they reduced it a few years ago. We were at 10 cents for several years, and then they cut it back to 8. So, I mean, these pennies go up and down every year based on, what, the county's doing as a whole. You know,
Okay, so from my point of view, and of course, everything gets thrown at me whenever all this stuff happens, but we pay for 80% of family benefits, family insurance for the employees. Whether they take it or not, it's offered to them at 80% of employee, it's family insurance, which we can't do that for our employees.
but you are paying insurance on the employees. You're not
We-
paying as
we're
much, but
paying-
you are doing it.
We're paying a
so.
small price.
No different than that. So, you know, your argument is not valid.
I'm not trying to argue, I'm
Yeah,
just
you are.
trying to explain myself right quick if you don't care. So your starting pay is a whole lot higher versus a paramedic, which has been through years of college, and their starting pay is a lot lower than your starting pay. And what I'm trying to do is bring that up to where we can hire somebody as well, but we're not paying all the benefits that you guys are paying. And we're so underpaid that we're losing people and we can't hire anybody. We're 6 deputies shy. We've had 14 people leave the ambulance service this year. We've got to do something. That's the reason why we proposed bringing it up to $3, and it still won't be nowhere near where it needs to be, just like you guys are probably nowhere near where yous wanna be. But it brings us up to a competitive level. When we get in here and look at what everybody brings, y'all get state aid, yous get fuel tax, yous get things like that. So James said that he can still give his people a $1 raise or something like that out of what
Really?
yous get.
Oh,
But we did look back and yins have gotten raises, and yins can give raises throughout the year. If you see somebody's doing a good job, you can give them a raise. We can't do that.
why can't you?
But
You do it all the time.
I've never
I
done
mean,
it.
you know, guys, I mean,
Victoria's office has started.
you know, what's going on here, you know?
That's through.
Chime in.
That's money she gets, like.
That's.
I'm not saying that, I'm again giving you the nickel, darling, I'm saying until the budget passed, I can't pass your budget.
Well,
because
that's not a problem.
It's in there,
We
you know.
just need to look at it.
We just
I
need
would,
to-
you know,
that's what we wanna
I'm
look
not
at.
again giving them boys
Sounds like
raise
you are.
and giving money, I'm just again, it being in your budget until we pass our budget, because if we,
You're not putting it in all the other budgets to see where we're gonna fall?
Well,
We
see,
discussed?
what I was telling him, I can't give $3 to the school, so. if
$3
we
don't
wanna
have- that don't have
consider
anything
all
to
the
do with it.
county employees, you're gonna, what you're saying was, we're considering all of them, that means that.
You are. That's what we were told. You were
Okay.
considering all the
So-
county employees. Am I
I'm
not
gonna-
right?
Before we go any farther, cause I'm not gonna fuss, this meeting is not about fussing or fighting or anything like that. We accepted the budget, reading from the highway department. Does anybody wanna vote to, accept that we went through that, and we'll get into more depthly, cause we're running into, salary meeting's supposed to start at 5:30.
Does it really need a motion?
I wouldn't ask for one.
So we'll, accept it as read. Accept it as read. And, we will have a continuance on the tax levy and the appropriation, resolution. Can you guys be here in the morning?
I've got to keep an air guy coming in the morning. What time? What time?
9, 10 o'clock.
What we doing at 9:10?
We're gonna go through everybody's budget.
Let me find out what time the keeping an air guys are coming to the house.
We need time, and we've got salary, we've got 911, and I don't wanna get back on this thing tonight at 7:30 and be here till midnight.
Hey, what time-
Darwin's
what
been,
time's the
he's
911
been running that over
coming
there
tomorrow?
for,
In the morning?
almost 20 years, and I think he's done a good job at it.
You can stop
As far as,
Sam's in Florida.
so you know what you can
Okay.
do.
She's gotta work.
Okay, all right.
As far as I'm concerned, you do a
Just
good
trying to
job
figure
at
out
it.
what time we have a meeting tomorrow.
We all do, so.
And we've gotta have this thing done tomorrow, or we're not gonna pass the budget this month. We have no choice. It's either be here till midnight or be here
I
in
thought we was
tomorrow.
doing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that's what we were doing.
We're something different. That Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is for all the commissioners.
Okay, this is.
We've gotta pass it before we bring it to
She
the.
said that, he said he'd be there between 9 and 10 in the morning.
Here between 9 and 10.
No, he's the food guy.
Oh,
Can you be here, say, 10:30?
I can be here at 12.
Be here at 12. Can
I
you
mean,
be
if
here at
everybody
12?
else, I mean, if everybody else can.
I can be here.
Be here at 12. We're gonna continue this meeting tomorrow at 12. You're welcome to join us at 12. We're just gonna have to continue this over till tomorrow at 12. So we're going to take a motion to adjourn meeting till 12 tomorrow. Recess. Greg made a motion to reset, yeah, I just do it. Randall seconded, all four.
Yeah.
All right, recess until 12 tomorrow.